My name is Asad Farooqi and I am a filmmaker from Pakistan. I started working at a newspaper as a photographer and and started exploring and it was during that time that I also got into a film school. So once I came face to face with a film camera, I felt like it was very natural to me, to be able to shoot, create visuals and create meaning, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and ever since, I've done several films. Um, uh, Two of my films have won the Academy Awards, two films that I've shot, and two Emmys as well, and several other, I've done about 11 films, international projects, all over the world. See, the thing is, everything that comes into our system, which is universal system and technology, information technology, the internet has been like the greatest development in this millennia by far. See, the way world has come to a point where it is now is by communicating with each other across country. I feel like our job as filmmakers is to tell stories and sort of highlight a social behavior around us that we can identify, that other people would be interested in knowing, just to understand themselves better. And yeah, I think that because of technology, that has it's sped up pretty fast. So obviously, for filmmakers from our part of the world, it gives a very an access to a market which was not available to us previously, or something which we for Pakistani filmmakers or filmmakers from developing nations, it's very hard to get their films out, but now it's a lot easier than ever. I feel like, for as a filmmaker or as a photographer, as an artist, I feel like the most important thing in our job is to observe and preserve our culture. And especially I feel like during conflict in wartime, when your culture stops to grow, evolve, that is the time when you need to if you're sensitive, culturally sensitive, then see how it show its impact, and then reach out to people, because that is important. And I think the major impact has come in the field of journalism, where no matter where issues are, you can see because there are cameras everywhere that are watching someone or the other. There is a citizen journalist somewhere who has access to a story or something that is happening which shouldn't be there, which is against a human, which sort of which is a clear-cut human right violation, and now we have access to that. And I think as responsible citizens of this world, and it is our responsibility. Whenever we find something, we should do something about it, and more and more people. So it's if the way I feel it works is one person picks up something, and that follows, and there's a movement that starts, and that is something that I've noticed, and I really appreciate. I really like the fact that internet and digital media has allowed that now movements happen on film and over the internet, which which I think is a great thing, because again, you are sort of creating that spark in the society, and obviously try and bring social change through that. Filmmaking as a discipline is fairly new in Pakistan, of course. There are not many universities. Back when I got in, it was new, and it's still new compared to all the other institutions we have, like medical colleges and engineering colleges that have been here for hundreds of years. And with that aspect, filmmaking, of course, is fairly new. I feel like film schools allow you to breathe and eat and sleep films for 4 years, and I think that is enough time for you to be able to understand and see exactly the kind of stories you want to tell, the kind of stories that inspire you. And obviously, there's a lot of learning, self-learning that is involved here. So if you want to get good at something, then you need to not just need to study but also work at the same time and push yourself and better your craft, because at the end of the day it's like it is a craft, and the more and more you do it, the better you become. So 4 years of that, I mean, if a student works with discipline and try and there's self-learning involved, I think you can learn a lot in during that time. So I think that is something that film schools have allowed us, that collective intellect of all these students who want to make film or who are making films come together, and through discussion and their own understanding of their own backgrounds, they started understanding their own culture, and now they're trying to create that or recreate that through films. So my most recent the film that I'm working on is a film following the bomb squad in KPK. So it's basically, for me, that film is sort of a way to look at modern warfare and how conventions of war have changed over the past 20 years, 30 years. The last war that we fought, before Kargil, was the 71 war, and that was a war that was fought between two armies. But now it's it's very different from that. It's more clandestine wars that are happening, and we have been part of that for a very long time, especially along the tribal belt and stuff. So that's what I'm trying to understand. So this film is about the transfer of information one thing that I've touched upon in this film is the kind of bombs, the kind of IEDs that are made here, the similar ones that, I would just say keep shooting and keep exploring and understanding and creating art.